The giant was gone. The cheers were loud. The victory was real. But here's the truth no one tells you. Winning can be more dangerous than losing. Because when you defeat a giant, people start watching you. Some with love, some with fear, and some with jealousy. Before we begin, answer this honestly. Do you think success brings peace or problems? Type peace or problems in the comments. This is the part of the story most people skip, but it's where the real danger begins. David walked back from the battlefield. The soldiers cheered. The people sang. The name David filled the air. Songs were written. Stories were told. A shepherd boy was now a hero. But not everyone was smiling. High above the crowd, someone was watching. Silent, still, the king. His eyes followed David, not with joy, but with questions. How did a boy do what my army could not? That question didn't bring pride, it brought fear. Have you ever noticed people change? When you start doing well, type I have if this feels familiar. The songs grew louder. David defeated the giant. But then the words changed. David is greater. The king's heart tightened. Something dark crept in. Jealousy. Not loud, not fast. Quiet, like a shadow. David didn't notice. He stayed humble. He stayed loyal. He stayed kind. But kindness does not stop envy. One day, while David played music to calm the king's hand tightened around a spear. The room went silent. David felt something move. Too late. The spear flew. David jumped. The weapon struck the wall. His heart pounded. The hero had just survived. Another giant. Question for our viewers. Which is more dangerous? An enemy in front of you, or one beside you? David ran, not because he was weak, but because wisdom knows when to move. The king's fear grew. Every success David had felt like a threat. The giant was no longer armor and size. This giant was inside a heart. David hid, waited, prayed, alone again. Just like the fields, just like before. Victory didn't end his training, it changed it. Drop A if you believe. Hidden seasons still matter. One night, David had a chance. The king was close, defenseless. One move, and the danger would be gone. But David stopped. He lowered his hand. I will not become what I'm running from. Power whispered, take it. Faith said, wait. This was the real victory. Not defeating an enemy, but defeating himself. Years passed, not days, not weeks, years. David waited, the promise delayed, the crown unseen. The boy who defeated the giant was still waiting. And this teaches us something powerful. Winning once doesn't mean winning forever. Character is built between victories. But the story isn't over, because the king's fear would grow darker, and David would face his most painful test yet. Not a giant, not a spear, but a choice. Do you want part 3? The night David could have become the villain. Type part 3 in the comments and subscribe, because the next decision will define who David truly becomes.